Hey guys, welcome back. I will be finishing up the Housewives series, but I'm going to be honest. I have a little bit of a confession to make. I'm a little bit of a stickler for politics. I know. But I'm more of a stickler for politics in terms of just like getting to the root, getting to the bottom of the stuff that they just refuse to talk about, try to keep hidden. I am one of those, okay? I am about that business, okay? It's not like I am like swooning over political stuff happening now. I want to get to the dirt, okay? Don't hide the dirt from me. And honestly, I have been trying to figure out if I'm going to go back in time and do certain leaders that are no longer with us. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. But in this particular video, I will be doing the past life reading on our second to last, two presidents before now, Barack Obama. Happy Black History Month, people. But anyway, so yeah, I'll be doing a past life reading on Barack Obama. He is a Leo. If you guys don't know, he is a Leo. Now, he was born, I believe, on August the 4th. So with that number 4 energy, he still carries the energy of the sun. So that's very interesting because in numerology, the number 4 is associated with sun. But also, I think in Vedic, correct me if I'm wrong, the number 4 is associated with Rahu, I believe. So the power, the influence, I could probably see people being irritated with him, to be honest. But either way, so we're going to take a look at Barack Obama and we're going to see what his past life was. Okay. I don't know nothing about what is a Tommy gun. I don't even know what that is. But something about a Tommy gun is coming through. What is that? I have to look it up. What's a Tommy gun? Oh, what that? Okay, that's nice. So we got a time period. Tommy gun. It was invented by Army Brigadier, I should know that. Army Brigadier General John T. Thompson in 1918. Okay. So we got a time period here, 1918. I wonder if we're going to get something else. I believe a lot of these presidents likely had a past life during the time of the Declaration of Independence, 1776. But yes, we're just going to go with it. 1776. What was that? Was that the Declaration of Independence? Yes. I halfway did pay attention in history. Halfway. Anyway. Okay, now I'm hearing Mona Lisa smile. But the energy is actually saying Mona Lisa never smiled. So I'm not really sure why they called it Mona Lisa smile. Also unclear if Barack was around during that time where the Mona Lisa was actually painted. Oddly enough, I like a sunshiny type of light energy with him. I can't really say that's odd. So I don't know if anybody's ever called him dark, but I don't really get that, honestly. Anyway, we have communal living. So this could be poverty stricken, a poverty type of mindset, mind frame in a way. I'm actually getting some type of female that he met during this time of poverty. He's calling her Rebecca. Yeah, I'm getting a Rebecca type of name, but I don't feel like he was like a Rebecca. I'm getting that this was actually a female or an individual that was close to him, with him in some type of capacity during this communal living. And now something about the countryside of Greece is coming through. Maybe this is where she was from. Of course, when more information comes out, it will. Sometimes I just have to keep talking. And I know I may possibly sometimes talk too much, but honestly, I don't care because whenever I was little, I really didn't talk. So now I'm talking. Like seriously, I didn't start talking like everybody else. It was totally late. Okay. And even then I was very shy about just talking. So now as I get older, I'm like being okay with talking, you know, like don't shut me up when I'm in the middle of talking. Please don't do that, because I won't do that to you. But let's clarify this communal living. Okay. This card popped out. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. All right. So in his past life, I'm actually getting that he had a skill when it pertains to a bread maker, or he was good when it pertains to working with his hands. But I'm definitely getting like kneading dough. Like I said, just using your hands. But think about it, you got to have some strength, I feel like, in your hands to knead dough. That's just how I feel. I mean, I've never kneaded dough. Why would I want to? Because it looks like a headache. But it totally gives me the energy of like Florence and Venice, and like, you know, like I said, Greece and Italy. I totally get that energy here when it pertains to where he was at. Okay, now this feels more of like a time frame that probably was before the whole Tommy gun situation. So this may be, I'm getting, what am I getting? Like 1814, 1837, 1859. So it may be a situation where it may not have been like a super long past life. Of course, we're going to keep pulling the cards and see. But yeah, we had the Magician here came up as well, and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like that he was selling goods. Like, I'm trying to think of what a good example is. You know, if you go to like a country and they have like the fruit stands, or like people just selling their goods, it gives me that vibe for him. Like I have to ride into town, and that may be where Rebecca came from, because it feels like she was in the town that he was going towards, you know, but it could have been a secret admirer type of energy between the two of them. But not very hard working, strong back is what I'm getting, is what I'm hearing in terms of his past life, where he was some sort of salesman. I mean, I guess today you would say he would have had like a food truck or something like that, or just like a taco stand, or like I said, a fruit stand. But anyway, so communal living. Okay. So in some type of manner, even now, he may still kind of like be stuck in like a poverty mindset. Could definitely be a subconscious thing. Maybe he doesn't even realize it. But with the communal living, there's this energy here of an understanding, I feel, for like the lower levels of like society. Whereas whenever I did past life readings on like, I think Joe Biden and Donald Trump, this didn't come out. So they wouldn't have a clue about being understanding to lower aspects of people that have less than them. They wouldn't give a shit, honestly, because why would they? They come from a different part of society. Okay. Yeah, I knew it. That makes sense. So we have communal living and we have food and hunger. He knows what it's like to starve, because this is what happened to him in the past life. And it's kind of weird how on my food and hunger card, it has bread at the top. So it's so interesting how I picked up that he used to knead bread. He used to sell bread, a bread maker, good with his hands. I'm getting like mud, but also charcoal type of energy, very dirty type of vibe. It almost makes me think of if you've ever seen Hunger Games, the first one, whenever was it PETA? He had that bread shop. It kind of reminds me of, that's the type of vibe that it gives me when it pertains to him kneading dough and stuff like that. But even whenever it pertains to the food and hunger, now I'm getting something tied to a Jezebel. Oh, okay. All right. I talked about Rebecca. I got the secret admirer type of energy, but why would it be like a Jezebel type of energy? Okay. During the time that so this whole situation with Rebecca, I feel like Rebecca was married. So he has to be careful when it pertains to falling in love with married women, falling in love with the Rebecca. Now, I don't necessarily feel like whenever they met, she was married. But again, he remained a secret admirer. He remained under the radar. So I don't feel like she really knew who he was. You know, and with the Eight of Cups energy coming in reverse, there's that energy here of I'm going to sacrifice what I want to make somebody else happy, even if it kills me. Especially when it comes to the 8th house type of energy. So we have debts. Honestly, I don't really, from what I'm seeing here with him, even though he has to be careful about getting in bed with a married woman, it's not like all married women. It's just that Rebecca, it's that one that is hard for him to let go of, because from what I'm seeing here, he's not very, even in a past life, he wasn't very sexual. Because for him, in his mind, he feels like sex makes you broke. It makes you poor. It distracts you from logic. So a very logical type of energy is coming through when it pertains to him. Of course, with the number 8, we have the energy of Saturn, you know, so the father. But this also can represent, even in his past life, I don't get a father figure. So we have someone who had to step up, had to grow up before they were even ready to grow up. Like, I also feel like some issues when it comes to puberty. I don't even know if guys hit puberty late. Probably. It's possible because, you know, we can hit puberty late. But there is like a lack of testosterone. That may be why he did not make himself known to Miss Rebecca, because she may have been going after a very, very masculine energy. But I think another thing as well, he's too good with hiding under the radar. It's like, it feels like a shyness. But again, this is past life energy. You know, it just feels a little bit too squeaky clean for me. It's like, where's the dirt? You know, it does feel like that. It's like, where's the dirt? But I do feel like he had to grow up, even in his past life, a lot faster than what he wanted to. Also, issues when it pertains to kidneys, unfiltered water. So some health issues very early on. And it's weird how I was talking about dirt and just like dirty, the mud. I feel like at one point that he had to do that. But another thing as well, I get this energy with him where, again, it's hidden. You probably would never really knew in his past life that he was actually poor because he covered it up well. It's like, okay, I wash up in a place that you can't see, even if I have to wash up in the mud. Well, I just don't want you to see it. Very put together. But the struggle is real. It's like, I come to you, I come in the city, I sell my goods, I dress up nice because I know you're not going to buy from a poor man. But I go back home to the dirt. I go back home to empty space. I go back home to crowded areas. And honestly, I feel like in a past life, he was the only child. However, his dad left early. So this could be just like him having to take care of his mom. Trying to get them out of poverty. Because it gives me an energy where it's like dad just didn't necessarily. That may be where the Jezebel energy is coming from. The Jezebel energy is actually attached to his father, not him. Let's keep going. Oh my God. You know what? Maybe I'm getting a little better at this. Because we have the male-female card has popped up. And remember, I just said, I feel like there's a lack of testosterone. Like it's too feminine. And that would make sense why I say I get this very like light energy. It doesn't give me the energy of like a masculine type. No. This gives me the energy of like an innocent like child who doesn't know much about the world, but then whenever she gets into the world turns her. You know what I'm saying? It kind of gives me this energy here. And growing up, like stepping up in that manner, even whenever he was in his past life, it was hard for him to do that. It was really difficult, but he didn't have no choice. And this is someone who struggles when it comes to choosing their own path. It's like they're forced into it. It's like, you don't have a choice. You're going to do what I told you to do. You're going to sit where I tell you to sit. He may have been a Virgo in his past life, or he has Virgo energy in his chart. Maybe in Well, he's a Leo, so maybe it's possible that maybe in Vedic he is a Virgo, but I get strong Virgo energy, that energy to hide your misfortunes or to hide away. You don't want people to see you struggling. You want to come across poised. You know what I'm saying? Like who? Like Beyonce, I guess. It's like that. I damn sure do not want to do a past life reading on her. No, thank you. I'm not interested. Okay. But anyway, so with the male female energy in his past life, he was of in one of his past life, he was of the opposite gender. That could probably be why the Rebecca person was so prominent to him. Like he saw something in himself in her. That would make sense. And yeah, we're going to see, because I wouldn't even be surprised if there's like some sort of cross-dressing energy here, or like playing in mom's makeup or something like that. But nobody ever really sees you doing that, because remember, you're good at not getting caught. Okay, let's clarify the male-female energy. And yep, Seven of Swords. You have the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Five. Remember, I kind of said that I didn't really get, he's not a sexual person. And I was kind of getting that with that Eight of Cups energy in reverse. You know, also, even with the Fool energy here, I don't feel like he even had any kids in his past life. Very shy, very kind of like in the background. Didn't really talk to people. Avoidance type of energy. Like, this is somebody who is easily manipulated. Like, seriously. And I feel that very strongly. Easily manipulated. It's just like you could almost tell this person anything and they're going to go. Because this is what they're used to. They're used to being told what to do, how to act. Because like I said, in one of their past lives, they were a female. You know, so they were used to being in that feminine energy, things being done for them. That one life where outside of the other time period talked about, this other particular life where they were like the bread maker and stuff like that, you know, it gives me, even that was difficult for them. But there's that understanding element coming through where they can easily relate to suffering because they suffered many times. Eight of Wands in reverse, the Five of Wands in reverse. I don't think he likes sex. I mean, I just don't think so. Like, this is an energy here. And I talked about issues when it comes to hitting puberty late. I see somebody running away, like in the midst of getting undressed. And it's like, I can't do it. I'm just so nervous. Somebody who may even possibly deal with erectile dysfunction, like can't even necessarily get it up because I'm just so nervous. It's like females, the opposite gender makes him nervous. Regardless of what it may look like. We have to, again, like I said, the energy coming through is this is somebody who can be easily trained to do or be a certain way. You're easily moldable. You're easily, like I said, manipulated. I can mold you. You're like clay. This is exactly, I don't get the strength. I don't really get that. You know, it's more so like I'm afraid to make a decision. So there's like not a lot of people. This makes me think of like like one or two people that may have been around them that made decisions for them. But of course, it's like he's the face. Yeah. You know, when you have the face of a company, but they don't do nothing. They don't know how the system works. They don't know how to clock in. You may have somebody who is the face of a food restaurant and they've never cooked a day in their life. They don't even know how to measure a cup of water. Like that. Booyah. It's so weird. I talked about the sacrifice and the knighthood came up. The sacrifice. Whenever he was a boy in this village, in, like I said, Florence, Italy, Venice, he sacrificed himself. Because that's what somebody told him to do. Same thing when it pertains to the bread situation. Somebody told him to do that. It wasn't his choice. Clarify the knighthood. But also, he holds grudges like a female would. Because let's be honest, we hold grudges. because we're rooted in our emotions. Not all women, but majority of us are rooted in our emotions. So whenever you cross us, whenever you do something to us, it's going to be difficult for us to let it go. Whereas if you've ever hung around guys, see what happens whenever two guys get into a fight. They'll be friends tomorrow because they'll be like, you know what? We had a weak moment and I wanted to beat your ass and we squared up, and that's what it is. That shit would never happen with a female. We'll never be friends with them. It don't matter. If they need a kidney, that's too bad. You're on your own. You know, it's terrible, but I do get that. Clarify the knighthood card. The tower. See, I told you. Knighthood, tower, grudges, revengeful. You know, warlike attitude when he's pissed off. Energy of, you make me mad enough, I'll slit your throat and I'll get away with it. That's it. Because remember what I said, in his past life, you know, very put together on the outside. You never know. I could be a mass murderer. You'll never know, because I know how to put myself together based off of what was taught to me, based off of what they told me to do. Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah. But it's very calculating about it. So it's weird in a way. It's almost like when it pertains to business and manners like that, I need somebody else to help me make those decisions. But when it comes to, if you cross me in a personal manner, it almost makes me think of like Scorpio type of energy. If you cross me in a manner, I will make sure that you suffer. Even if it's to the end of my days, I'm going to make sure that you suffer. So look, everybody has a dark side. Let's be clear. I know I got a dark side. I just already told you mine. It ain't nice. Everybody has a dark side, and to ignore that part of yourself, you're just lying to yourself. You know, nobody's saying to sit out here and wear it like a badge. You still need to work on that shadow side, because that's just what it is. You still got to work on that. But to say you don't have one at all, I don't trust you. So you might as well stop talking. Spirituality and religion, scribe or writer. Okay. I get a person who likes to study the Bible study, stuff like that. But also with this gives me energy here where this is somebody by the book. Remember what I said? It's like they teach him something and he stays with that by the book. I'm not going to stray from that. If you give me a book of rules, if you want me to run a company and you give me a book of rules, I'm going to follow those rules to the T. I'm not going to stray outside of that, because that's not what you told me to do. It's one of those things where it's like, you got to tell him exactly what you need or it won't get done. Like if you need your car parked in reverse, you got to explain it in detail. Otherwise, it's not going to get done. Spirituality, religion, scribe or writer. He probably has good penmanship. Is he left-handed? He may be left-handed, or he could be, is it ambidextrous? I don't know how you say that word, but right with the left and the right. I get that energy. But, back to what I was saying. He sacrificed himself, I feel like, in a manner, but not in a way where it's like he was like killed or something like that. It almost gives me a vibe like he sacrificed himself, like he ended up being beaten for something. Feels like, could he possibly been like, okay. Whoever this person was that was around him stole something, but he took the blame. Yep, Eight of Cups came up again in reverse. Spirituality and religion. He is rooted in his faith. Strong. I feel like this represents somebody with strong morals and values, but it goes back to me talking about this is somebody, like, example, if you put the Bible in front of him, or we could just say even today, if he just so happened to be a preacher, he is going to live that Bible to the T. It's going to be that simple. It's like, no, you said no sex until marriage. It ain't happening. I'm not even going to look at you. You know, it's like if the Bible says I have to sacrifice my child, I guess I got to sacrifice my child. It gives me that. How the hell did this person become president? It's so weird, because even in the other readings that I did, it was clear that they were going to be some sort of authority figure. Not this guy. How did this even happen? I'm just so shocked myself. Like, how did this even happen? Ten of Swords in reverse. I think that's what it is. This is somebody who's always going to follow the rules. You're not going to hear many complaints. He actually hates complainers. I actually get this. He doesn't like complainers. But if you're really close to him, he'll sacrifice for you. Like this person that he sacrificed himself for in the past, where I actually feel like that he was beaten because this person stole something and they blamed it on him. And he just couldn't do it. He couldn't say, no, it wasn't me. You know, it's that knighthood energy right there. Trained. That's exactly what it is. Trained. See, Ace of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles upright. Very attached to a mother. We're going to call her Rebecca. Because I feel like that's why he was so consumed with Rebecca. Because she reminded him of his mother. Don't talk about his mama. You might get your throat slit. I mean, I'm serious. It totally gives me that. But with the Queen of Pentacles, he's attached to the home. I don't really get the vibe he's out here running the streets. I mean, I just don't get it. If he did, you'll never know. He's too secretive about it. You'll never know. If he slept with a married woman, you'll never know. You won't even be able to come up with the evidence to know. And it's always been like this. It's always been, I got to stay put together on the outside because I don't want anybody to know how possibly fucked up I am. Okay. But the thing is with the Ace of Swords coming in reverse, there's this energy here to tell a lie if it sounds better than the truth. This is not someone where it seems rehearsed in some type of way, to be honest, but that just goes back to the training. But this is someone where it's like, you know what? They'll lie. They can lie with a straight face. Because it's like, if that truth is going to kill you, even if it could save your life, I can't do it. Because I don't want to see you cry. I don't want to see your face be sad. I don't want to see your face looking like that. But those type of people to me are dangerous because they'll sell you out for $1. I mean, I don't know. It's possible. It's possible, but I still don't even know how the hell he became president. Even his past life is showing, like, who the hell is this guy? Where did you come from? But it's that light energy. Like I said, easily molded. We have Egypt, baby, Asia. Egypt, very good at math. Could have been a scribe in the Egyptian time period, likely. Okay. I'm curious. Either he has German roots, ancestry, or he speaks German, possibly fluently. But I'm also hearing, what's the language for Israel? What is that? I don't know what the language is for Israel. Israel's official language. I have no idea, but I feel like he can actually kind of speak it. What's it called? Hebrew. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Oh, that just goes back to me talking about that Bible and spirituality in religion. You know, sometimes I just don't pay attention to the clues. Baby, Asia, Asian, but oh, Lord Jesus. What did I say first? I can't. Oh, German. So he may have been German or Hebrew or, like I said, Greek. I get those three cultures in terms of his past life. This is not somebody, I'm just going to be honest. I don't really get that he had a black experience. Like, I don't get the energy where he was a slave in that regard. Like, even though he was poor, let's be honest. But it doesn't give me the energy here of, like, him being beaten, taken away from his home and stuff. Like, I don't get that. So subconsciously, he in a way doesn't really know the black experience, but he does have empathy for those that have less than him, because in one of his past lives, he lives like that. I don't see how the hell this guy became president. This is what's pissing me off, because how does this happen? How does this happen in the universe where somebody like this who has I have no energy here of them being tied to a authority figure. How do they become an authority figure? Oh, maybe I already answered my own question. Oh, he's lazy. He is lazy. The thing is, he doesn't really work hard because he doesn't have to, because he's one of those people. You tell him to do something once and he's going to do it. He's not going to give you no pushback. Damn. I don't have that bone. I mean, I do, but not really. Jesus. So it's easy for him to sign up for a position or take over a position that is probably not so good, but it doesn't matter. It's like, you teach me the ways and I'll follow it. I'm not going to argue with you, even if that particular position involves locking up slaves or whatever, even though I may feel empathy for them deep down. I'm not going to show that on the outside because that's not in the job description. Now, if you had put that in the job description, then okay. This gives me a vibe where it's like, you know what? I need you to go out, pretend to be for the people. Really, this is what I want you to say. And then, yeah, he'll do it. Seven of Wands in reverse, the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Three of Swords in reverse, and the Sun in reverse. Yeah, he's weak. I don't get the testosterone, you know, but he has money. That's a fact. He came over into this life with money. That's why I said he don't have the black experience. The Hermit with the Four of Pentacles, I remember I talked about he's probably like a mathematician. The Hermit with the Four of Pentacles to me is somebody who does good with taxes, accounting, but also the Hermit with the Four of Pentacles is a benefactor. Like, you got money. You got trust fund. Like, this is a trust fund person here. Hence why he don't have a clue. It's kind of like he lives in his own world, but not really. I don't even know how to explain it. So we have Leo, Gemini, and Virgo placements possibly. Oh, Leo, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio placements. Okay. Oh my God. This is just really racking my brains, and it's just like making me irritated a little bit because, wow. Talk about, now this is a situation where this is just pure luck. Okay. Pure luck. Oh, I tell you something. When you have a strong mother and you have a determined mother who wants you to be something else, that probably is what happened. I think that's what happened. His mother's prayers. His mother did something to make it possible for him to be in that position. You know, and to be honest, even in his past life, I feel like that his mother, okay, of course, this is all alleged, okay? It's not true at all. In his past life, I actually feel like that his mother slept with some sort of general, someone in the army or a doctor. But it feels like something was done to him. To like it's like something was done to him in the past life and somehow it carried over with him in the current life. It could have been spell work. It could have been something of that nature. Because like I said, it just doesn't add up. How do you become this powerful person? And it's like, wow. But this is simply because of past life. And his praying mother. Really. This is all, and it could also be a situation that his mother pushed him to do it. May not even really have been what he really wanted to do, you know? Because the thing is, oddly enough, he, in one of his other past lives, the time whenever, because when was he born? Because I said the Tommy gun, that was 1918, so when was he born? I don't know when Barack was born. He was born in 1961, so that would make sense. But either way, so I feel like during a time where he actually tried to do politics, he couldn't even put a dent into it. Not confident enough. But also in his past life, because he was of a different culture, he wasn't accepted. Like, he wasn't able to go into political office even though he tried. I mean, honestly, he almost gives me the vibe where, didn't I say something about cross-dressing? I think I said something about that. Where he would do that to be able to get into the door. I'm not saying he did that, but I'm just saying it's an example. I get that. Like, he would, if, let's say, example, in the past life, if he was, I don't know, Asian, and he needed to be white, he would paint himself or something like that to look the part so that he could be accepted. That's what he would do. Or that's what, if somebody told him to do that, he would do it. He's just too He's a yes man. That's what it is. And I also feel like in his past life, he had a baby with an Asian woman. However, it was oh, this is so sad. I hate this one. I feel like the baby that he had with this Asian woman actually was hung from a tree, because he and this Asian woman were not supposed to be together, because he was of a different, of course, ethnicity background. I don't necessarily feel like that he was like black, but during that time, it was very strict rules in that particular country when it pertained to who you lay down with. It has to be another Asian. It can't be an Italian or a German or a Greek. Nuh-uh. It can't be that, But it also could be the fact that, he was poor and, family wanted the child to come from a good background, wanted to be with somebody with influence. So that was sad, I do feel like a child was unfortunately killed, because now why would they even let the baby be born? But I think it's because the baby was hidden. And then finally, whenever the baby came, it was like, oh no. If any of you guys have ever seen the movie Life with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, remember whenever Can't Get Right knocked up the master's daughter, and they came in and they saw how black that baby was? It would have went differently during this time period. That baby would have been hung from the tree in this particular culture. And because of that would be where this anger comes from. His anger comes from that particular situation that happened between him and that woman, because his child was killed. So that's where his anger comes from as well, where it's like, off with your head. I don't even hold back. It's repressed. Okay. Anyway, but oddly enough, it's weird, because even though it's like and by the way, he gets his attitude from his mother. I think his mother was like pushing him to like, you need to toughen up. You're too goddamn soft. That's the type of energy I get from him. But anyway, so I know I've talked way too long on this. So this has been the past life reading whenever it pertains to Barack Obama. Honestly, I thought I was going to get something else, because this was not what I was expecting, but that's why I do these readings. But anyway, so yeah, thanks for sticking around. Of course, if you don't, I know, of course, like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff on the channel. If you don't, whatever, I'll still be here. But anyway, see you later.